Shalom. Shalom, my brothers and sisters. I'm coming to you here now, late this evening. Something I've been reading up on it, been trying to keep up with it over a number of weeks and stuff. And there's a, down here in Homestead, Florida, right up Miami-Dade, Florida, is what it's kind of like an area around Miami-Dade, Florida, Homestead, Florida. There's a police officer down there. His name is Officer Lester Brown. I don't know if you're familiar or heard about the story yet of a police officer working in he's like a correctional officer at the jail, worked at the jail down there. And he had a drunk man come in, and he was doing the booking process and taking his mug shot and fingerprinting and the processing of when you go to jail, they have to process you in and stuff. And he was doing his job as far as that goes. But problem is, Officer Lester Brown did some police brutality action there. You know, there was no altercation, no problem. The man that was being booked into jail there at the Homestead, Florida jail facility in Miami-Dade County, Florida, he was acting orderly. He was doing everything that the officers asked him to do. He was not being disorderly or dysfunctional or causing a ruckus or a problem, anything like that right there. He was pretty much going with the flow, doing everything he needed to do in order to, get booked into jail here and stuff. He was not causing a problem at all, none whatsoever at all. And Officer Lester Brown decided to just take him. He was escorting him from one area of the jail to the other, and he walked through the doorway. There were other officers around that witnessed this activity, and he was also caught on video surveillance of brutally using police force, unnecessary force, against a handcuffed man. He was Officer Lester Brown was escorting the individual, the inmate, from one side of the jail to the other, and walking up on through the doorway into this particular room inside the jail there. Officer Lester Brown decided just to push and shove this handcuffed man, this handcuffed inmate, into a concrete cinder block wall. The inmate had lacerations across his forehead and busted his forehead wide open. He was bleeding profusely. Now the Florida State Attorney General Office, the Florida State Attorney General, has spoken out strongly against Mr. Lester Brown. Mr. Lester Brown was charged and arrested for his police brutality against this handcuffed man. Now he went to jail. He's been bonded out of jail. He'll have to go to court. The State General's Office in the state of Florida is coming strong and heavy after him. They will not tolerate that kind of behavior from their police force. And the police chief and the sheriff's office and the man in charge there in the county of Miami-Dade, Florida, Homestead, Florida police jail system there. He said, we're not going to have this kind of police brutality from our officers at any given time. We're not going to treat our citizens in such a low fashion. We don't care if you live here and you're a citizen or if you're passing through. Our officers are supposed to be treating people with great integrity. Citizens of our county will be treated with great integrity. Mr. Lester Brown has been condemned by his workplace, his boss, in the county of Miami-Dade, Florida. The State General Office in the state of Florida has pressed charges. They have it caught on camera. Video surveillance of police brutality. Mr. Lester Brown will have to go to court and explain his brutality. He might do a little time in prison if he's not real careful. He's hired a lawyer to defend him in a court of law. But now the thing is, a lawyer is not going to do Lester Brown any good. Because the thing is, they have this is only one occasion, but in the past there has been another occasion where he brought in a female inmate into the jail cell, and he was going to sit her down on a bench there. He shoved her down on a bench and slapped her in the face, this female inmate. So Mr. Lester Brown has a long history of police brutality. Now Mr. Lester Brown will be dealt with in a court of law. He will go to jail for his reckless behavior, his brutal behavior, violence. Now he's going to have to face these charges like a man. But I'm here to tell you, folks, Officer Lester Brown, you go up here to the Florida county jail or even the Florida prison system, and they find out you used to be a jail correctional officer, they're going to give you hell, my friend. Your entire sentence, your entire jail stay is going to be an absolute nightmare. I'm here to tell you. And when they find out you've been using police brutality and violence, unnecessary roughness, uncalled for behaviors against inmates coming in and out of your county jail, ooh-wee. The ex-officer, Lester Brown, he's got it coming for him, don't he? These inmates most likely will beat his ass to a pulp. You better have a damn good lawyer, because the Florida State Attorney General is all over his ass right now. Even if he has a good lawyer, it's not going to do much good. He's pretty much done himself in. He's pretty much headed to the prison, ain't he? Yeah. Officer Lester Brown has it coming for him now, don't he? Sure enough does. Now, Officer Lester Brown should have thought before he acted and behaved, correct? You're damn right. When you have a position of authority, an authority figure, and you want to act and behave like that right there, the shit's going to hit the fan for you, partner. Real fast and in a hurry. If you abuse your position of authority, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass 100 times harder, each and every time. Oh, hallelujah. Shalom. Shalom.